apparently... Oh, it's a drawer. It's a file cabinet that's been tipped over. Well, there's nothing in that one. How about this one? Can't quite see in there. Kind of difficult. I'm gonna say that there was nothing in there. Hey, that was a thief noise. I like this game even more already. Can I, yeah, I can't quite see what's in there, so we're just gonna say that there's nothing. How about in this drawer? Ooh, a note and a key. An article from an old copy of the Copenhagen Post. Let's go look at this. Copenhagen Post. Monday, 17th August 1930. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of Death Mine. Death Mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mind-altering chemicals naturally sown into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. Or mine. Why did I say mine? Whatever. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of Northwestern lead mine last year. Or of the North. Jeez. I'm really killing myself here. But anyway, they discovered that even taking into account Greenland's natural higher suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high, at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the natural average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypnotize these, or hypothesize, that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH 4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits known as the Tumagaf, or Tumagite, something like that, live in the mountains. I'm not going to pronounce a lot of this correctly, so just a future warning. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing. Studies continue. Alright then. Let's get this key. Small key for a locker or container. What do we have here? A bottle of Baxtrin. May come in handy. It would come in more handy if I knew what Baxtrin was. Let's see here. Okay. I might have to look that up, or someone might have to tell me. It's a military report dated 1945. 15th August 1945. Command bunker. Emergency airship Zulu. Weekly report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance to be carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The 1 wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. Why exactly are they? Oh, I'm guessing they're saying extending it to Greenland. Anyways, 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory. and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this in that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom. And I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked that manual in the chest in my office, and will keep the key on my person at all times. So I wonder if this key that I picked up isn't the right key, because he said he would keep it on his person. Well, we'll find out. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. This base is so disconnected, sometimes I feel as if this war could end, and we might not even hear about it out here. Supplies requisition order. Dynamite for excavation purposes, 7 bayonets. Not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states we should have a full complement. 1 industrial ice pick for removing that damned ice that forms on the external hatch. Oh, I wonder if I'll find that ice pick. That might be helpful. 1 pair of reading glasses, a category 7C. An order for myself. My glasses are in rather poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried beneath the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. Alright. What is that thing? It's an old artifact. What's going on? A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. What the hell happened? What just happened? I don't know if it was such a good idea. Well, I don't know if I should touch that again. I'm kind of curious. Is there a save function of some sort? I see a load. Save spots. Old office. I guess these are just saves here that just happen automatically. I just won't know when they're happening. Alright then. It's a fairly basic work desk. This place must have been converted into a functional office at some stage in its history. Oh, I'm interested. I may never get used to that. Oh wait, maybe that's the save. Wait a minute. Let's see something. It is a save. Lovely. Alright, well, at least I figured out what the save is. Oh, what's this? More batteries? Indeed. Close that, and final drawer, if I could... Come on. I want to see what's in here. Nothing. Darn. Alright, well, at least I know where the save is now. Let's see here. Let's test out this key. Ah, it is the right key. So this must be the manual they were talking about. It's some kind of chemist tome, full of explosive recipes. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. Chapter 1. Or is that chapter 13? I can't... That looks like a 3. That could be a dot right there. Chapter 1.3. I don't know. Anyway, it also could be chapter 13. Black Match Fuse. The Black Match Fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder, but be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and as always, due concern is advised. Materials required: string, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, and Baxtrin. Oh, so Baxtrin is apparently something that I can use to make an explosive. Maybe I won't have to look it up after all. The string should be coated in a thin layer of Baxtrin, which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Chapter 2.1. Okay, so it was a 1.3. This is a lot clearer to see. Invented by Alfred Nobel in 1866, dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. It has proved far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin provided. That is, it has been properly stored. Okay. Over time, the explosive component of dynamite, supposedly made safe by the presence of diatomaceous earth, has a tendency to weep, making an old box of explosives liable to detonate on contact. Materials required: 1 part diatomaceous earth, 3 parts nitroglycerin. Please speak correctly. Thank you. A small amount of sodium carbonate. Text unreadable, and then simply form into short sticks and wrap in paper. Great, so I don't know how to make dynamite correctly. Chapter 2.3. Trinitrotoluene? Oh, TNT. I had no idea that that was TNT. I've not actually heard that before. TNT was first discovered in 1863 by German chemist Joseph Wilbrand. But it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it explode, and the lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes could be detonated inside a ship's armor rather than exploding on contact as did other shells.